And this has turned into a very ugly night for John McCain and his running mate Sarah Palin. Earlier this evening, a committee of 10 Republicans and 4 Democrats in the Alaska legislature voted unanimously to release a report that says Governor Sarah Palin abused the powers of her office. It says that she violated a state ethics law that prohibits public officials from using their office for personal gain. And by personal gain, that's a reference to Sarah Palin's former brother-in-law, state trooper, who had been involved in a nasty custody dispute with Palin's sister. Over the past year and a half, leading up to this past July, there were a number of suggestions from Governor Palin and her husband and the staff to Walter Monaghan that Mike Wooten be fired. Walter Monaghan came out after he was dismissed in July and said he believed that was the reason that he was fired as public safety commissioner, not that Sarah Palin wanted to take the department in a different direction. And tonight, Walter Monaghan has been vindicated. The state committee, again, 10 Republicans and 4 Democrats, releasing a report unanimously that says Sarah Palin abused the powers of her office in firing Walter Monaghan. Let's go now to Howard Fineman of Newsweek, who joins us now. And Howard, what are the political implications of all of this?
Well, it muddies the water for John McCain and Sarah Palin as they were trying to attack Barack Obama as a, quote, Chicago Paul. This is something that they don't even necessarily try in Chicago, it seems to me. If you're going to have a personal vendetta against your former brother-in-law and bring your husband in to be the enforcer, it's not a very pretty picture of the way business is conducted in Alaska. And the McCain-Palin ticket is running as a clean and new alternative to the old politics in Washington and to the politics they say are represented by Barack Obama. That's why this is politically damaging to the Republicans, because it makes Sarah Palin look very old politics, nothing new politics about this.
And Howard, doesn't it turn the McCain argument of the week on its head? I mean, there was John McCain all week long saying the issue with Barack Obama was not William Ayers, it was whether Barack Obama told the truth about his association with Ayers. And now we have this report where, sure, Sarah Palin could have chosen to fire this guy, Walter Monaghan, for any reason, but now it's clear in 253 pages that this investigation is saying that she lied to the people of Alaska when she said, no, this brother-in-law had absolutely nothing to do with why I fired Walter Monaghan, and you have a report that says, essentially directly contradicting her on that. That simply undermines Sarah Palin's credibility.
Well, again, that's old politics. That's public officials not telling the full story. And if the Republicans were going to have any hope, David, of separating themselves from the last 8 years of Republican rule in Washington, they had to argue that they were something new and different and clean. And that's why Sarah Palin was chosen, because of her Alaska roots and her maverick nature. But this is old school, old politics, and not fully candid. That's the problem with it politically.
And where do they go from here, Howard?
Well, where they go from here on the Republican side is that they denounce it as a political witch hunt. They say that this was a setup from the Democrats and the evil national media, and they try to dismiss it, but every minute they have to spend trying to dismiss it takes away from the time and the leverage they had, if any, to attack Barack Obama as somebody who is too risky to pick as president. So it muddies the water. What we have here, David, is we've gone from a situation where Sarah Palin was a sensation in St. Paul to being a controversial figure to now being a liability in the last weeks of this campaign.
Howard Fineman of Newsweek, thanks for joining us, Howard. We appreciate it. And that will do it for this very busy Friday edition of Countdown. Again, the Alaska legislature has released a report saying that Sarah Palin abused the powers of her office. I'm David Schuster in for Keith Olbermann. Keith should be back on Monday. Thanks for watching, everyone.